Hi guys, Richard Butler here, and today I want to talk to you about something very important, which is website security. And no matter what type of website you run, the problem is that hackers are always trying to gain access to your website. Now, why would they want to gain access? Well, there's a number of reasons. They may want to take over control of your website so that they can actually deface it. They may want to change all of the links so that when somebody clicks on a link to log in, it goes into a fake page they've created so that they can capture your details, also known as phishing. Um, if you're an affiliate marketer, they may want to take over your website so that they can change all of your affiliate links to their affiliate links and thereby steal your commission. Or another thing that a lot of hackers will do is they will put malware on your site, which basically means that they will put some sort of script on your website which will run at perhaps a particular time of the day or a particular time of the year even. And that script could then go off and attack other websites. So they could be using basically your site as a way to attack another site. And this is often done with denial of service or DDoS attacks, that they will take control of somebody's website, they will put this script on, and then at a certain time, there are thousands and thousands of sites attacking one particular target. So it could be the White House, it could be PayPal, it could be a government website. So you really have to take website security seriously. Now, in this video, I'm going to focus primarily on WordPress. What I'm going to show you here is that Astra will run on different websites, but I want to focus on WordPress. And WordPress is probably one of the more vulnerable systems out there. Why? Because, well, it's so popular, which is great. Lots and lots of people are using it, especially smaller companies and sole traders and entrepreneurs are using WordPress. It's very flexible because it has a lot of plugins that will allow you to actually increase the functionality of your website. But here lies the problem, that with so many plugins and so many themes and so many add-ons that you can add to a WordPress website, there is often the problem that if the plugin is badly coded, it could leave a vulnerability in your website. So you need to make sure that you're securing your website. And what we're going to look at today is Astra. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to log into my account. So what you'll see here is, and I've blurred out some of the sites that I'm working with, but you'll see I have this on 3 websites and it will give me reports. If I just go into the dashboard on one of my sites, so the first thing it'll show me is if any of my sites are blacklisted. Now, if they are blacklisted, that means that they could come up with warnings when people search for my website, etc. So it's not blacklisted. 66 tests have been passed. It stopped 3 XSS stopped. Okay, injection of malicious scripts into web app. CSRF, okay, cross-site request forgery. Bad bots have been stopped. So bad bots would be malicious bots trying to access your website to scrape or find vulnerabilities, and one other attack like directory transversal, LDAP injections, etc. Now, in order to secure your site, you don't have to worry about what any of these things do. So what Astra is going to do is it's just going to make sure that your site is secure. So you can see here the origin of the attack. It says that I had 11% were from Spain, 33% were from United States, and 55% were actually from Panama. So this is in the last 7 days. Now, if I went for the last 15 days here, we see that we have different statistics here. Okay, we still have Spain, now we have Canada, USA, and Panama. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's where the attack really took place, because hackers are very good at covering their path. So if I go to threats here, I will see all of the type of threats that actually took place. So this one was a bad bot. And if I just click on the plus sign here, it's a suspicious bot scanner or fake Google Bing bot. And it gives me the URL here, the attack vector here. And what I can then do is I can whitelist if I know that this is actually a legitimate bot. I could whitelist that, and that allows that bot to come back to my site. I could block the IP. I could trust the IP. I could whitelist the attacked URL. I could block the country, or I could trust the country. So if I want to block this IP, I would just click on block IP. And what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, that this IP has been blocked. Now, this is really useful because if you're getting continuous attacks from one particular IP, you can just block that IP. You could actually block the country if you didn't. If you saw that there were a lot of attacks coming in from Panama, let's say, you could say block the country, and that means that anybody who went to your site from that country would not find it. It would come up with an error message, or it would come up with a different message. The danger of that is that if you do that, all traffic is actually blocked. So this would be a last resort that I would actually do. Now, the next thing that this will do is it will do malware scanning. So what malware scanning does is it will actually scan all of the pages on your website to see if there's any malicious scripts, etc. So the next thing I have is login protection, and I'm told the time of the login, I'm told the IP number of the login, I'm told the username, and I'm told whether success or not. Now, sometimes what can happen is that hackers will try and actually attack your site using common names. So, for example, this was actually me. I was trying to log in and I couldn't remember my login, and I thought it was Richard B, and then I thought I had set it up as admin. So these would be common things to do, that people would look at your name, they might look at the owner of the website, and they would put in their first name, their last name, etc. But this has automatically been stopped here. And that's everything that Astra will actually do for you. So it's an amazing piece of software. So the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how easy it is to set this up. So I'm just going to go in to one of my websites here, and I'm going to set it up. Okay, so here I am in one of my WordPress websites. I don't have Astra set up here. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to add a new website. Now, when you actually add a new website, you have to put in the URL of the website here. And this one is called richardbutler.coach. So what this will do is I'm going to take one of my licenses here. And what this will do is this will create a plugin specifically for that site. So I can't just download the plugin. Want your client to install Astra? No, I'll install. Okay, which technology? This is one of the things with Astra, that it's not just for WordPress. It's also for Drupal, Joomla, and other websites as well. So I'm going to click on WordPress. So what I need to do here is click here to download the plugin, and it is unique for each site. I go back here to my dashboard. I go to plugins. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a new plugin. So this is exactly the way you would do it for any particular plugin that you have. So I click on add new. I then go to upload plugin. And I'm just going to drag and drop this plugin here onto my plugin upload. So remember, each license that you have, when you activate it, it will package the plugin for that particular site. So you can't reuse the same plugin on a different site. It is one instance of that plugin specially made for the site. So this is uploading. Once it's uploaded, I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so here we are. I click on activate plugin. Once I've activated the plugin, what I can actually do is I can go back to Astra here, and I can just go through all of the steps and say that I've done this. I've clicked on activate. Okay. And what I will do is I will go down to done, and this will verify that the site is actually active. So this has now come up here. Okay, I am in my richardbutler.coach. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a malware scan. I'm going to click on connect site, and it's going to check to make sure it can connect. And I'm going to start a new scan. So what this will do is this will go through the whole site, and it will come up, and it will, at the end of the process, tell me if there are any malicious attacks on my site. I just continue to do that, and that is it. So that is how simple Get Astra is to set up. So every day I'll get an email. So that email will detail any threats that have happened and successful logins. And that, guys, is how simple it is to actually secure your website. I've been using Get Astra for it's 11 months, and I just set it and forget it. So I really do think that this is something that you should pick up. I think it is very, very important, obviously, to make sure your website is secure. And don't think it won't happen to me, because it's not a question of if it will happen to you, that it's more of a question of when it will actually happen. So be very, very aware and conscious of that. If you've any questions, let me know, and I will answer all questions for you. I'll talk to you very soon. Oh, and make sure that you subscribe and like the channel so that you can be kept up to date with other reviews that I do. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon.